Angus, get over here.
Good doggy. You a good doggy.
He's my greeting committee. Angus.
Good doggy.
I always wonder.
So this is a little smaller caliber.
Yeah, this is a 75 that would go in a musket. That's a 69 caliber, and it would be that's a Navy. It's a Navy pistol. I'm trying to think of one. I hate to say it, a bring for
Well, it's same process.
Same process.
Okay.
Yep.
I know you got a cat at home. You probably sniffed the cat. Yeah, you probably sniffed the cat.
I know.
You have a big cat at home. I know.
Get belly guns.
Can't put and bring the cat.
You're on
with you.
board ship. Belly guns means close.
Yeah.
There.
Okay.
Aim for
Yeah. And then
kind of
hangers.
a bigger target.
It's not like my M16. See that
dog.
barn over there? I could knock a man off that roof. I couldn't do it with that. You know, I'd be lucky to. If I had some practice, I might hit that tree. You know.
So that's where it pins on you then?
Yes. Yep. They would have a belt, or sometimes they wore a large belt and had several pistols. The Navy would have their boarding axe or their cutlass and several pistols.
Okay.
And then we would be up in the riggings clearing the deck so they could get on, because they'd have to swing over on ropes. They threw a grappling hook over, swing over on the ropes, or drop ladders or like boards, drop boards. Now you can imagine two ships bobbing up and down, and you're trying to, not me, sister, I'll be the Marine up in the riggings.
Now,
Yeah.
is this considered short or long?
No, that's the long.
That's a long. Okay.
And it's right on to my, as soon as you leave, I'll think of it.
Now, is that a ramrod as well?
Yes, it is.
Okay.
Because of the humidity, though, it's kind of ornery. It doesn't want to come out. And then this is a sundial. Michigan is 44.5 degrees.
They date back to the Roman days. This is what they actually used on ships because they couldn't.
So when you get that,
right,
point
so they
this
used
north.
these.
What'll happen is the sun will hit this sundial
I've got bread
and tell you what
rolls
time it
here. This
is
a Dutch oven.
by the shadow.
Okay.
It's right
Now,
here.
on a day like today,
I put it on the,
what good is it,
on
you know?
the brazier. Right.
and then this is what they would have Marine sergeants or maybe even a captain would carry this on him. So when you get up under the riggings and stuff, they had bigger ones that they kept there. But for the most part, we would have something like this, and you have to adjust it. It's kind of like your glasses. You know, out here would be like 3.0s, and down here be like 1.0 or something. It's the same
thing.
idea. You find your measurement. You know, yeah.
Okay, I can't see squat.
You'll find it. And the optics back then were not great, but that is a very accurate reproduction. Except for the big ones. They had big ones that closed up or this long. And they'd be on tripods.
Okay.
And they would be on board the ship, most of the time in the front. And then they'd be able to, you know, find their mojo right there. You know.
Oh, you had such.
You find it?
Oh, I did.
Yeah. You gotta play with it a little bit.
Such a limited.
Very small.
Now you got a big area. This is just so pinpointed.
But that's what they had.
Well, yeah, that's.
And these here?
Those are buttons that some nice gentleman just gave me. I have no idea. That's a plain one. I have no idea what that is. Scottish.
Oh,
He just dropped them off. Says, "Here, these are for you." I said, "Okay, thank you very much."
Wow.
It was very, very informative. Thank you.
So she made your whole outfit.
She made this entire thing. Yes.
Jeez Louise. You
Yeah.
guys are so smart and gifted.
How long
for
did
this
it take
kind
you
of
to
stuff.
make this? I
That's
was
it?
building my musket while she was building this. My
You made that? Is that what you're saying?
I made the musket.
Wow. I did not know that you made that.
Yep. It's called a Committee of Safety musket. And what that means is you take a brown bess and you trim off the fat. A real brown bess would have a big knob right here,
Yeah.
be much fatter in here, and there would be British markings all over the place. Well, the Committee of Safety that we had during the Revolutionary War is a committee that would be in charge of getting me some food out there, get salt pork, get the black powder, get the cannonballs. So there's a committee for everything. And one of the committees was a Committee of Safety for firearms. So if I captured a British ship, I'm going to have British guns. Only I don't want to look at that guns. So we get rid of all of them markings and we make it ours. So that's actually, and I did a lot of studying before I got to this. So, yeah, that took me quite a few weeks. And I documented while I was doing when I was doing what I was doing.
Oh, Mark, you are incredible with this stuff. Seriously.
She's the one that's incredible.
I made my outfit too.
And then I told you this was the first flag of the Marines. Okay, I forget which part I told.
Don't tread on me.
Don't tread on me.
That's the first Marine flag.
Really?
First Marine. This is our First Nation flag.
Oh, yeah.
This is called the Grand Union. There's 13 colonies, and we were under Britain.
Yep.
So during the Revolution, we did not have the Betsy Ross. That's a whole lot of school mumbo jumbo that whoever's teaching us people who taught us wrong. So what I've learned over the past probably close to 15 years doing reenacting is that the reenactors are the true, they know what's going on. And the reason I say that is because before we can stand here and talk to you, we have to read dozens of books, we have to go to museums, we have to talk to people, we have to get in the heads of, I had to get in the head of a gunnery sergeant that's in, he's stationed at 8th and I in the Marine Corps, and he's in charge of Marine Corps history. So I had to pick his brain on every detail, from the buttons, the type of buttons, the buttons on my jacket or my coat here have an anchor because it's navy. It's green. It had to be a certain weight wool. The red means I'm a sergeant, which I was. So everything that I got from the Marine Corps history, people, and books, and there's only a handful of books about the Marine Corps, then I build a persona that I know what I'm talking about, instead of somebody who just sits here and goes, yeah, well, here's a Betsy Ross, everybody knows about that. No. And so we all take this very seriously, and we have thousands invested in what it is we do. You know, I mean, just those grenades I had to have custom made, and then after I had them custom made, I had to beat them up and make them look like they were actual, you know, cast iron, because they would have been cast iron. They would have been a lot heavier than this too. But yeah.
Alright, great. You live here now. We're going to run off with this dog, okay?
That would have been right around after we became, okay, so in 1875 we had the Marines and the Navy. Then in 1883, when the Revolutionary War was done with, they fired the Marines. Don't need you anymore. War's over. Have a nice day. Well, then in 1894, they said, oops, we better get them back in. So they went and hired more Marines. When that happened, we went from white facings to red facings. And that's when we had the Betsy Ross and a few of the other, there was several, I think there was 5 different national flags at the same time. Their order of the day was 13 stripes, blue field with 13 stars. They didn't tell you how to put them on there. So Betsy Ross had round ones, another guy had, you know, checker, different size, some are fat, some are little. They would make their own designs. Now something you got to keep in mind too, I'm over here in Virginia, and my orders are green coat, so it might be this green. Only you're in New York, and your wife's got that green. So are we going to be identical? No. We didn't have the internet. We didn't have, you know, there was very few colors. So if your color of green in Vermont was different in New York, it's just going to be that way, you know. So when people ask me how come we're green instead of blue or whatever, well, how come they're blue? How come those guys are red? That's just the color they picked, you know. But the Marines did have green shirts in case we were on what this is called undressed. We wouldn't have a white shirt and it looked like Navy. We would still be Marines. So.
Can I see your book?
Sure.
Since you said you guys spent the night in there? All right. I want to see what you slept on.
I made that quilt then on the left one.
You made the quilt as well?
How old is he?
War pattern.
That's a real wool.
Oh, yeah.
And that's hers, the real.
That's beautiful.
You know, she does her own quilting. But yeah, we stayed in this tent. Sometimes it's so doggone cold you can see your breath.
I was going to say,
But
and
the
how
wool-
does this hold up in water then?
Fabulous until you touch it.
Yeah, right.
Okay.
Yeah.
If you touch it, you're all done.
Yeah. It'll-
Wherever you
it'll-
touch it, that's
It
dripping.
drips, yeah.
In fact, last year we were in Frankenmuth and we were in a tornado.
Tornado.
Ours was one of the only tents that didn't get
Yeah.
destroyed.
Wow.
So you didn't have the water?
Nope.
No, canvas is naturally waterproof.
I know that.
We got to keep an eye on that. Dog.
In fact, this bucket here that I'm using for my wool.
Can I get a photo of the two of you?
Sure.
Right in front of your tent?
You want my coat on?
Sure, that'd be great.
Come on, guys. Gotta have let some other people have the term with handsome there.
Good doggy, huh?
See you later, Angus.
Thank you very much for chatting with us.
Yeah, thank
You're
you.
very welcome.
Thank you, Mark. I
Copper,
appreciate that.
copper and clay and wood was what they made the dishes and pots and pans and stuff out of. There was obviously
These are heavier than this.
there was no stainless steel or things of that nature. It was very tinny, very thin,
Yeah.
so could be hot.
Thank you.
You're welcome, sweetheart.
Thank you.